Oh, hi. Welcome to another Today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. Today is February 5th, and, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every day melds into one another, unless you mark them with what's important to you, or...
Sorry.
No? Okay. I mean, no, keep going. I got it. Okay. I have my director over here. Yeah. So today's a good one, and I've been thinking about it. I looked it up earlier today, and I've been thinking about it most of today because some of the things kind of connect with each other in an odd way, and it's nice. So on this day, February 5th, 1909, Filippo Tommaso Marinetti published the Futurism Manifesto, which this is 1909. I'm saying, and futurism is quite interesting because it was a art and cultural movement based in Italy as well as in Russia that romanticized machines. Really felt that like robots were going to be the next evolution of like a reality here on this planet, and they were going to like usher out humanity, and that some sort of symphony is nowhere near as impressive as a race car, that like speed and metal was really exciting and a next stage of things here on Earth. And in saying so, again, it's 1909, as World War I was declared, the futurists really celebrated this and felt like this is the cleansing act that's going to usher in the true futurist movement. And a lot of them died on the front lines of World War I, like as if this is like their new god is the tank that's like rolling over them or something like that. Yeah, and people met them with a lot of adversity, almost like I was reading this interesting article today comparing them to like the '76 English punk movement, with like people spitting on musicians and things like that. I don't know that that's exactly accurate. I mean, the guy hated pasta, so he's clearly nuts. Anyway, my point is, interesting to see like how these two things compare, because the next thing that happened today, throughout space and time, in 1916, the Cabaret Voltaire first started performing at that venue, which was in Switzerland. This is again 1916, so you're right in the middle of World War I. And you had a whole series of other interesting artists and performers going to Switzerland, which was neutral in World War I, as I feel like they're famously neutral in World War II. They were also not taking a side in World War I, so a whole bunch of artists went there to not be involved with the fighting on either side, and created this absurdist theater movement that is quite impressive. And so here's the same day, 7 years earlier, you've got one group who are celebrating war and like the modern mechanized warfare that we were about to have. And then 6 years later, here's another, or 7 years later, here's a whole group that are thankfully separate from it and are just doing their best to express themselves in the midst of a nightmare. Yeah. So anyway, definitely a fan of both. Big fan of the Dadaist movement as it lived at the Cabaret Voltaire, which only existed for like 6 months, which is pretty wild to think of the shadow that they've cast over the 20th and 21st century. Yeah. What else? Oh, on this day, 1956, the film Invasion of the Body Snatchers premiered. Great film, Kevin McCarthy. This is the McCarthy era I'd like, is the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. No, not saucer men. Yeah, there you go. So, 3 things today, 2 of which oddly mirror each other. And I'd love to know, like, you know, if you got a futurist and a Dadaist in a room together, what would have happened? We'll never know. Only time will tell. Looking backwards. Anyway, there you go. Today's Decay for you, from me, and today's Decay. Well, I don't know what's next. Maybe you're next. Maybe you're next for the next Today's Decay. Maybe you're next. You're next. You're next.